How many of you really feel that you plan something and that the activities are taking a longer time than expected? How many of you feel that either you're lazy or busy, or you're overworking or burnout? There is never a perfect, efficient day in your life because you are not analyzing the activities properly. Using the time bucketing method, I'm going to show you how you can analyze your activities, okay, without overworking or without burnout. And the beauty is you can easily put the activities into the bucket. Next time you can easily predict your day like a CEO. Okay, welcome to this another powerful video. So the whole day, either you're in lazy or busy, right? Because of that, you plan P1, P2, P3. The P1 is taking the whole day, and P2, P3 is missing, right? Because we are always we don't have clarity like how much inputs it requires. Note it down. So for every activity, imagine an activity. Okay, imagine an activity. This is the activity, and this activity requires some inputs. Okay, this activity requires some inputs. Inputs like your time, your effort, people, resources, and energy. Okay. And we always underestimate or overestimate. If you are underestimating the activity, suppose you want to analyze a project, or you want to do a presentation, or you want to maybe present any communication, or any create a report, anything. It's an activity, right? If this is an activity, you thought that it will be done in 3 hours, but it is taking 8 hours. Okay, it is taking 8 hours. You thought that it is done in 3 hours. It is taking 8 hours because of unknown complexities. Note it down. Because of unknown complexities, the work will prolong based on the time given. So for every activity, you can simply narrow it down to like this. Okay, again, work will expand like this. Once the work will expand, again, it will narrow down. Okay, once it narrow down, again, it will expand. Okay, because we don't know the depth of the work. Type agree in the chat. Any activity you pick, you don't know the depth. Even if it is a small Canva graphic, I thought of getting it done in 10 minutes. It take 2 hours. It take 2 hours to deliver a Canva graphic because I don't know the depth of each element. Okay. So then I understand, I analyze like what is the problem? Why every time we plan for something, we analyze for something and we execute literally two times, three times more time, more effort it requires because we are always underestimating the time it takes to execute an activity. Okay. This is called underestimation. There is something called overestimation. Okay, note it down. It's called overestimation. Usually companies do. You know that, right? Companies overestimate the billing hours, overestimate the employees' hard work, and they take more money from the clients, right? More dollars from the US based companies. It's called overestimation. You thought that work is done in 8 hours, but fortunately, the work is done in only 3 hours. Remaining 5 hours, you are just lazy or distractions. Okay. Either you're lazy or distractions. That's why overestimation is also dangerous. It wastes your time. Underestimation is also dangerous because it just moves the other priorities to tomorrow, or you feel burnout or overworking, sticking to laptops the whole day. To avoid this problem, I have built a new framework called time bucketing. Okay. In this time bucketing, in this time bucketing, you will never be an underperformer in your life. Okay. It will make you exactly the activity and the effort. Okay, the effort. Activity including any project, meeting, communication, presentation, anything you pick, even exercise, family time. The same bucketing method, it is applicable for all the areas of your life. It is not limited to work, it is not limited to side hustle, it is not limited to investments, it is for everything. From wake up to deep sleep, you can apply this time bucketing method and predict your day or plan your day like a CEO. Okay, so you take an activity and you take the effort it requires in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of resources, in terms of people, and it is exactly matching so that the time leak won't happen, energy leak won't happen, you won't get burnout, you won't be an underperformer, you won't be an overperformer. Okay, and if you don't do this time bucketing right, the problem is you can't plan properly, You can't budget your time properly. Most of you think that, Ramesh, why we call, budgeting? Note it down. Okay. So usually we use this word budget. Okay. Budget for only money, right? It's time to change the budget meaning to time. Okay. In our community, we let's budget the time for each project. Type agree in the chat. Your time is more important than your money. Even if you accept it or not, time literally flies. Okay, already 2025. We are in 2025. Okay, the demonetization, the 500 note demonetization has done 10 years back, literally 9, 10 years back. Okay, so even Geo started the free plans. Okay, COVID happened 5 years back. Type wow in the chat. Time flies like anything. If you're not budgeting your time properly to an activities, then your competitors will go ahead of you. Your colleagues will grow faster than you. Your juniors will beat you. Your family will literally shout at you, and you are always being an underperformer in your life. Do you want to be an underperformer? Type SR in the chat. Today, let's analyze this. When you learn this time bucketing framework, you will you will never waste your time on over planning or under planning. Okay. So in this time bucketing, understand this principle. I divided the time into multiple intervals. Okay, multiple frequencies. So this is the frequencies. First, I'll explain the frequencies. Then I'll explain the activities. Okay. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Before I can explain the activities, right, there are some disclaimer here. Okay. The first disclaimer is, Ramesh, is there any predefined timelines, or we can customize? Always you can customize. I'm not saying that you should not use 20 minutes, you should not use 40 minutes. You can use, but based on your life, based on your priorities, based on your focus levels, you can customize the time intervals. Okay. But as for my knowledge, this is the simplest form: 5, 10, 15, 30, 45, 60, 90, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. What happens if the project is more than 4 hours? Then you break down into two 4 hours parts, break down into two 2 hours parts, break down into three parts of 2 hours. Type got it in the chat. So we cannot focus more than 4 hours without breaks. I think we can't focus more than 2 hours, but for the simplicity's sake, I just extended it to 4 hours for the monks like us. Okay. I can focus 4 hours without touching my phone. I can focus on a project without thinking about others, without wasting my time, without overthinking, without checking WhatsApp, without looking at Instagram, even without turning on the phone. You got my point? So this is the intervals. You can just set up your intervals. Okay, please note it down in your notebooks. I hope you're taking notes. Okay, so please note down the intervals. Note down the intervals. Okay, once you note down the intervals, for each interval, okay, let's change my color to make it better. So for each interval, I'm just giving you three simple activities. Okay, so in this bucket, let's assume this is a 5 minute bucket. Okay, in this 5 minute bucket, sorry, I'm bad at drawing. Okay. So in this 5 minute bucket, what you should do is you have to add the three activities which can be done in or under 5 minutes. In or under 5 minutes. Okay. For example, deep breathing can be done in 5 minutes. Checking WhatsApp or email, like quick replies, under 5 minutes. Checking Instagram, checking YouTube, checking email, or whatever the social media you're using, under 5 minutes you can check. Yes or no? You can check any app under 5 minutes. Scroll quick and come back, quick replies and come back. Okay. Next time, next time, instead of randomly opening the WhatsApp, instead of randomly opening the YouTube, okay, I will give you this chance. So imagine your life like this. Okay. Imagine this is your day. In a day, in a day, you get a chance. Okay, let me show you this powerful concept. You get long chunks. This is the long chunks. You get you get short chunks. Okay, you get short chunks. You get long chunks. You get short chunks. Okay, and and your day is divided into two parts: either shallow work, deep work, shallow work, deep work, shallow work, deep work. Now you tell me, 5 minutes activities. Would you do it on the deep work? Would you do it on the shallow work? 5 minute activities, just 5 minutes. So these 5 minute activities can be done on shallow work, especially when you are driving a vehicle. I mean, driving a vehicle means you are not the driver. You're sitting on the car back seat, or you're sitting on the back side of the scooter and you're just checking. Or you got a traffic signal for 180 seconds. I usually do. When I get a traffic signal of 180 seconds, 140 seconds, I don't cry. I happily open my phone. I check my WhatsApp. I reply to them, or I check my email. I reply to them. I quickly scan, even checking news. Do that kind of activities under 5 minutes, so that when you have that lengthy day, when you have that big chunks, these chunks will not be wasted for shallow work. Type wow in the chat. These big chunks will be used for big activities, not for small activities. Okay. For example, you are waiting for something. You are waiting on a queue line, or maybe you are about to sleep, or maybe you're walking. See, it's like shallow thing. Like whenever you're in the shallow thing, you can do this 5 minute, 10 minutes activities. Okay. So in that 5 minute bucket, you add two to three activities, so that next time you know that this activity take 5 minutes, this activity take 2 minutes. You should know that. Okay. In case any new activity is coming, let's say you want to order milk from Amazon Pay, or you order milk from Blinkit, it takes under 5 minutes. Okay. So next time you know it is taking 5 minutes, you put that activity into this bucket only. Okay. Put this activity into this bucket only. Okay. Now let's get back to 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, like plan the day for tomorrow. 10 minutes is enough to plan the tomorrow. Review the to-do list, how much is done, how much is pending. Write important emails. Let's say you're writing emails to your managers, writing emails to clients. Just you can write it and draft it in 10 minutes. Or read any book, like 2 3 pages of the book or 5 pages of the book. You can get it done in 10 minutes. Okay. And this is not only these activities can be done in 10 minutes. It can be any. Your constant job is to fill this bucket with 10-minute activities under 10 minutes. Okay, under 10 minutes. If it is beyond 10 minutes, I recommend put that into the 15-minute bucket. For example, micro learning, like watching a video on YouTube, or maybe any short phone call with a friend, or maybe any scrum meeting in the office. I don't know, 15 minutes, short, quick meetings. Okay, so you just bucket it down the activities. Next time you know how much time it exactly take. If the activity is taking 12 minutes, you tell me in which bucket it will be in. If the activity take 12 minutes of your time, in which bucket? Is it in 10-minute bucket or 15-minute bucket? Exactly, it's in 15 minutes bucket. Okay, it's in 15 minutes bucket. Okay, so make sure, make sure. Okay, so you just put the bucket into the exact bucket, task in the exact bucket. So you have a 30-minute buckets in your calendar. So check your investments, research on a topic, write one content piece. Maybe you can work on any analysis or project report or building a presentation. Anything you prefer 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Like 45 minutes is my favorite because it is not too texty or it is not too short. It's the sweet spot in focus. Okay, having any meal like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I recommend 45 minutes. If you prefer 30 minutes, go and have fun for 30 minutes. Okay. Write your activities there. Okay. Family time, any office meetings for 45 minutes. Okay. Make sure you just note it down. 45 minutes, this is the activities in my life. So next time, if that activities are coming into the planning, you know that this is what the main thing is. You are predicting I have to write 2 emails, so it takes 10 minutes. I have 2 office meetings, so it takes 45 minutes into 90 minutes. Agree? So that's how we are predicting your day like a CEO. In case any new activity is coming, suppose your manager told to debug the code. Debug the code, you thought of 1 hour, but the debugging takes 4 hours. So you put that debugging into 4 hours activity. But what if the complexity is less? Then you have a buffer activities. Okay, I'll explain the buffer activities in a minute. So again, let's get back to the topic. 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, you have activities like weekly auditing. What is your weekly priorities? How much is done? How much is pending? What is the plan for next week? Analyzing anything you prefer, like analyzing profiles, analyzing code, analyzing chats, analyzing reports, analyzing anything. Okay, report creation, strategy calls with clients, with office people, with team members, 60 minutes meetings. Okay. So in 60 minutes, you can just get more work done. A focused 60 minutes better than 4 hours distracted. Note it down. Focused 60 minutes are better than distracted 4 hours. Okay. So again, 90 minutes is any deep work I recommend, right? P1, P2, P3 under 90 minutes. Deep work, building systems, your workout also. Workout should be done slowly. Don't be hurry burry. Okay. It takes 90 minutes of good time to work out. Actually, for me, it took 3 hour bucket. Actually, for me, it's a 3 hour bucket for workout where I work out, I shower, and I have a beautiful protein shake and I have my good diet. Okay, all this activity took me 3 hours because I do slowly, I listen songs, I do shallow work in between. Because of that, it took me 3 hours. Okay, but I recommend 90-minute activities, you note it down. Okay. In case if any new activity is coming in your life, you start down. Suppose you got a new activity. Let's say your mom told go to grocery shop and get some shopping. Okay, you note down the start time. Let's say now the time is 9:27, including minutes. Okay, including minutes, you note down the starting time. You don't cut down the time execution. You just go get the work done, get all the groceries, and come back, note down the stop time. Okay, let's say the time is 9:47. Okay, 9:47. Now you tell me what is the difference? 9:27 to 9:47. It literally took how many minutes? 20 minutes exactly. So that 20 minutes can be put in any bucket. You tell me, any bucket. Is it in 15 minutes bucket or 30 minutes bucket? Again, it's customized. You can take 20-minute interval, 40-minute interval. It's up to you. Okay, you can pick that. But I recommend, so commit to one interval. Suppose I'm committing to 15:30. So it is in the 30-minute in case of traffic, in case of any extra buffer. Okay. So and I put it next time if my mom tell you to go to grocery shop, I know that it takes 30 minutes and I'll immediately check my clock whether I have 30 minutes or not. If I don't have mom, I'm busy right now. Can I go at 4:30? Can I go at 6:30? Because I know internally that it activity takes only the predictable amount of time. All of you type MB in the chat. Mind blown. And you have ever thought of it? I'm consciously analyzing my patterns, analyzing my clients' patterns in the mastermind, and I'm simplifying the frameworks for you. Okay. So once you start noting it down, the starting time and ending time, miracles happen. Okay. Miracles happen. And I'm not promising you that exact 26 minutes, 25 minutes, averaging putting into the bucket. Okay. You just track 3 times, you just tag 3 times. One time it is coming at 23 minutes. Second time it's at 33 minutes. Next time it is coming at 30 minutes. You average it and put it into the bucket. Got it? Again, next get back to 2 hours. Suppose, especially women, kudos to you guys. Okay, women, you can take 2 hours for family chores, house chores, cooking meals, family outing, let's say picnic, let's say temple. Anybody going to temples? How much time it takes for you? From preparation to going to temple, pradikshanas, puja and all, like again coming back. So how much time it took? 2 to 3 hours? Note it down. Temple time, as simple as that. Your time is in your hands. If you are wasting it, the sand in the hand is just going away from the hand. So make sure you just control it. You just hold it. You just experience it every minute like a CEO. Okay. So house chores, family outing, build a system. See, what I do is I run ads. Okay. There is an ad called retargeting ad. So in the retargeting ads, so I thought that retargeting ads to run 30 minutes. But actually, I note down the starting time. And when I end it out, it is coming at 52 minutes. If it is 52 minutes, I note down the retargeting time. Retargeting ads take 60 minutes of my time. Next time, if I want to record or if I want to do a retargeting campaigns, I know that it takes 60 minutes of my time. Agree? That is what the prediction. We are predicting our future so that we are getting it done. Okay. So again, let's get back to 3 hours. Yes, you can pick any 3 hour slots also, like attend any master classes, attend any webinars, boot camps, or any kind of picnics, family functions. Suppose you are going to relative house and come back in your own city. Anything. Okay. Family discussions. or any Sunday outing, Sunday meetings, phone calls with friends, anything you prefer. I think phone calls with friends comes under 30 minutes. I speak like under 30 minutes on Sunday. Okay. If you prefer 1 hour, go with that 1 hour bucket. Again, activities also completely customized based on your life and lifestyle and priorities. Okay. Everything is customized. You can customize it. Okay. I'm just giving you like a mentor, the complete framework. You implement it on your own. Got it? So, house chores, family outing, building systems, attend any training. Okay. Family discussion, quarterly planning. Of course, planning, plan the month, plan the quarter, plan the year, anything. Let's say you're booking the tickets, you're researching and booking flights. It may take 30 minutes or it may take 45 minutes. Next time you know that that activity take that much amount of time. Okay. And finally, the 4 hours, it's my favorite. Building and setting up tools or building systems, any deepest possible work without touching the phone. Let's say playing with kids. Let's say getting the homework done with your kids. Anything you can prefer. Any work sprints related to work, related to deadlines, related to high pressure activities, you can note it down. Okay. So, and the beauty of this time budgeting and time bucketing is there is no randomness in your life. Everything is predicted. You know, tomorrow, if any new activity is coming, let's say some let's say some new activity is coming in your life. This new activity, you don't know how much time it takes. It's a new program, new service, new skill, new project, new problem, any kind of new you never done, or you feel it's tough. Then very simple, you start with smile, and you note down the start time, and you put the colon, and you finish the activity and note down the end time, and you just find the difference of minutes or hours, and you put them into exact buckets. Okay. If you want perfection in the time bucketing, you do the activity for 3 times, note down the activities and average time. Sometimes it may take 30 minutes, sometimes 55 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. Average it to 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and you bucket it properly. Got it? If you got this framework, type got it in the chat.